New faces there. What's your thoughts on the group of cornerbacks this year? Don't even this season.
No, I mean, you got new kids as far as that I've seen a lot. A couple of them were on that scout team all last year. And a couple of them we had on our field, but they didn't get a lot of reps during practice. They were special teams guys. So between the AJs and the Madres and the Rodariuses, there's 3 young guys that have ability, but that doesn't mean anything unless they perform and execute and play with the right temperament. And then we got Adrian coming in, who's, granted, he's been in a great system, and talking to Brand over there, he's somebody that they liked and they would have helped them, but what he's going to bring to the table here in this league and what we're doing, we have to wait and see. But we typically don't bring in a 5th-year transfer, unless you're expecting that guy to contribute, but he's got to prove it. It's just a question mark there because it's not proven. You haven't seen him do it when the lights come on against somebody with a different colored jersey.
Did you see him do it enough, like in spring or last year during practice? That you feel pretty confident with?
Yeah, I mean, they made some nice plays.
Yeah.
They made some great plays, and then there's plays they're in phase and did everything you told them to do, and number 26 jumps up and gets it from him. That is James's number, isn't it? 28?
Yeah.
You knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So, but that's only going to make them better, right? They just got to be exact. They're young. They got to hang on to every word that Coach Duffy teaches them, and they got to apply it. So we'll see. It's a great storyline, isn't it? We'll see what happens. They'll be tested that opener. I know that. But they'll be tested Sunday night too.
And getting beat by guys like James, that probably helps them, right? Because you get to learn that the short-term memory kind of, right? Just move on to the next play as a defensive back.
And it wasn't just James that beat him.
Yeah.
We got a lot of other guys, but nobody. As Bo Schembechler said, nothing motivates you more than your own failure. So that's all of us. That's me. Right, that's you. I mean, it's just they're competitors. They got a lot of pride, and they. The good thing is none of those guys think they've arrived. So you got a chance. Those guys know they got to take advantage of every day.
Coach, you've had a lot of success bringing in, like you mentioned, grad transfer cornerbacks with Lindsey Pipkins and Tyler Patman. Baker being the...
What's your name?
Kyle Boone.
Kyle.
Yes, sir.
You do a good job, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You do us a good job.
So what do you, how do you go about scouting players like that, 5th-year players to come in, and what's the process in recruiting those guys?
Be careful. Can't recruit them. Can't scout them.
How does that come about?
Kyle, I think it's the first one was Tyler, right?
Tyler Patman, yes, sir.
So, got a call from his dad, coach down in Texas, Bastrop. I recruit there. Hey, my son, is looking for a place to go. They've had a regime change up there. He's not one of their guys, yada, yada. And so you say, Coach, we can't talk to him. He's on scholarship there. We can't talk to him. If he gets his release and he wants to transfer, then we can talk. So, calls you back. Coach would like to talk. All right, you got your release. Now come visit. That's a two-way street. I think you have to have something they're looking for, right? And vice versa. We have to be looking for what they can give us too. So it needs to match up with the need, and it did with him. And then I think you have to thoroughly vet that. You have to, get inside his mind. Why are you doing this? We're not just a place where you had a hard time there, so you come here and it's easy. No, we're pretty good. You don't come in here and do things your way. Are you willing to buy into our culture? Here's our culture. We expect this. You're not late. You're on time. You know, Coach Glass is going to bust your tail, and you know we're going to coach you hard, but we're going to care about you, and you know, so there's a lot of things that have to mesh. So that was the first one. That was with Tyler, and that worked out great. So then the next one, Josh. So then all of a sudden, you get a call from Furman. Coach, I'm looking to leave. I got my release. I'm looking at about 5 or 6 schools. And then you go through the whole process again. You call up the Michigan coaches. What's the issue? You know, you call the strength coaches. You know, one of my first trips I make when I get that call is down to our weight room with Rob, who knows every strength guy in the nation, and he calls their strength guy and says, "How do you work?" You know, those guys are the ones that get tested a lot, and you know, in that room. And then he passes. He's a good kid. He works hard. You know, they had too many safeties. You know, he's looking for a change, and you know, might be better coming down closer to the ball. So you start. And then Josh, though, at the same time, I'm rambling here, man. I'm sorry, but it's a great story. It really is. I mean, and you know, it's something we're proud of. And it's gotten us a lot of great players. But so, guess what I did? I get Josh on the phone with Tyler Patman. Hey, is this guy for real? Is this Spencer dude for real? You know, did they treat you like they did everybody else? You know, or were you just a depth guy? Were you just an outsider? You're just an emergency guy for them. Bam. Then Michael Hunter. So it goes like that. Now all of a sudden, everybody's kind of doing it more now, and I think other people are starting to recruit kids off staff. So that's why I don't think it's going to last much longer, because as always, certain leagues they can't help themselves. It's going to get dirty. They can't help themselves. They can't just work hard and do things the right way. So now I think it'll change. But until it does, it's our reputation of treating those kids right, giving them opportunities, and being honest with them. You know, being honest with them. So then it goes to Pipkins, and now, you know, Adrian Baker. You know, when he was thinking about leaving, looking at some schools, and you know, Brent Venables. You know, I get in touch with him. He gives me the lowdown on what kind of kid this is. And we have to make a decision. Is he right for us? And that kid's looking at us, going, you know, are they right for me? Every situation is a little bit different, but every situation has a lot of similarities too, if that makes sense.